Pisces, oh my gosh, we were like, I don't know how far into your reading and the video quit. I saw that like 4 minutes and 49 seconds did go ahead and record. So what I'm going to try to do is join that beginning with this right here. But if for some reason that doesn't happen, I'd like to just say welcome to the channel. This is Lotus Heart Tarot, and these are general readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest. What you have started off here with is this energy of the clover, this energy of the bouquet, and the energy of the bear. The bouquet can oftentimes mean good fortune. The clover means good luck. And this bear, it feels to me that you are protective of your happiness, but it also feels to me that your happiness is protected here. Then you have... and you do have something coming in. Someone may be giving you a gift. There may be a surprise coming towards you, something that you're just not expecting here, Pisces. It's good. Then you have the Queen, the Griffin, and the Wyvern. The Griffin literally says honor and good luck. So your third card, meaning good luck and good fortune, right? So this is pretty amazing. Then you have this energy that says your secrets are safe. I feel this is someone loyal, someone, I feel this energy of just like, you know, Pisces, like you've been a good secret keeper for people. You have held things very close to the vest and considered it an honor. I feel like when people have trusted you, and I feel like you've been dealing with people in the past who, it's like, would walk away and just tell anybody. You know what I mean? It's just, there's something here where it's like you're finally getting someone who is as loyal to you as you are to them, and who is as respectful and honorable with your trust in them as you are with them. Wait, I think that came out right, hopefully. You have here the Queen, love and prosperity on the bottom of the deck. This, you know, feels like you. This is a time of great love and great prosperity, and you can see that coming in. And, you know, it's not with the people coming in, or specifically a person. It isn't about quantity. It is literally about quality. It may be more than one person, but this is like a high quality group. This is like people who, you know, are going to do unto others as they would have them do unto them. Okay? I don't know. Wow. All right. Let's keep going. I'm sorry about the technical difficulty, you guys. I always try to avoid it, but I am also not very technically savvy. We can't be all things, you know? I mean, maybe we can, but... Okay. Oh, damn. Oh my God, this is making me laugh so hard. Okay. Pisces. Okay. You are having a moment, all right? You are having a moment. All right, but underneath that moment, there are parts of you that need time by yourself to be, to keep up the energy, to be who you need to be in this moment. I don't know how to describe this, but this is just making me laugh my rear off, because every Pisces that I know goes through these phases of, like one of my very best friends is a Pisces, and he will go through phases where he hardly returns your calls, is kind of a butt, you know what I mean? He's amazing. But like sometimes it's because he's really busy, and sometimes it's just because he's being antisocial. He's overstimulated. He's got himself going in too many directions in his real life. He does not have time or energy really to like give to a phone call, you know? But it, you know, I still call him anyway. Like I still leave him a message anyway, just because I'm like, I'm thinking about you. And he'll do the same to you when he's got space for it in his life. But you also need time to exercise that Neptunian muscle. You know, your daydreams are your manifestations. You know, your daydreams are the way in which you as a Pisces envision your highest and best circumstances, you know, that you can envision for yourself. And those things, that time is important because it is time where you are manifesting, but it's also a time where you're goal setting and planning. And it keeps you from becoming kind of stagnant, right? So there's just this energy of, you know, in order for you to maintain what this moment has brought to you, you have to also remember who you are. And this isn't limited, this isn't anything like that. It's just that, like, you know, if I'm gonna drive 400 miles, I better put gas in my tank. And the thing is, it feels like your life right here is something that you've dreamed about, is something that you've been wishing for, is something that has come in divine timing, or possibly even after a long time. But it's like a very big uptick in possibly your social situation, or possibly, it's just like, I feel like what's being asked of you socially. This can be at work, this can be in a lot of different places. But it's just like you need to also really heavily prioritize just time for yourself. You do have this masculine energy on the bottom of the deck, and masculine energy is active energy. It's like, you know, taking action. And it can even indicate a time in our life that is like go, 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 you know, or it's not based on, it's based on, there is an opportunity after an opportunity after an opportunity, and in order to make the most of them, you have to meet them where they're at. And it can also be a time where we do learn the value of saying no and setting boundaries in other aspects of our life, where it's like, you know, it can be hard to say no when you've been waiting for 10 years for the opportunity, like to, you know, I don't know, find your soulmate, and then you found your soulmate, and it's like you don't want to say no to any opportunity to spend time with them. But at the same time, it's like you got to go home and you got to do your laundry and you got to drink a little cup of tea and, you know, sit on the couch with your dog or your laptop. Like, you just have to. So anyway, that is what I'm getting from this. But this is a time that you've been craving. This is a time, and it's a time where I feel like you're very attractive, and there's an energy of, I feel the devil energy of just like kind of being addicted to you or your energy. All right, so potentially by the people around you. So now that we've set the tone pretty freaking high, let's see what the tarot has for us today. For Pisces, please, Spirit, what does Pisces need to know about all this goodness coming their way? What does Pisces need to know? Okay, we'll take it. What else? All right. Thank you so much. Oh my God, Pisces. This has been a long time coming. It's been a lot of time spent being kind of disappointed and discontent and bored. But guess what? You are closing out that cycle. You got the 10 of Cups here. And this is what I'm getting. I'm getting, you know, this energy of being able to find emotional contentment in relationships, not feeling like shaky in a relationship situation, but instead feeling like, wow, this is truly my soft place to fall. And I'm also getting a lot of energy around longevity, like the longevity of relationships. It's not just like going from one situation to another situation. It's like really investing here, and enjoying the journey. You have the World card, Justice, and the 9 of Pentacles. This is where you're closing out some kind of karmic cycle, and this is divine timing. You know, this is that moment where with the 9 of Pentacles is an energy that takes a long time to reach. It's a lot of day in, day out investment. It's a card of Virgo, and it is tied to like our daily routines and putting in the effort habitually to get where we get, you know, to be our highest and best self and to attract our highest and best life to us, right? With the 9 of Pentacles. So, you know, with this 4 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, this is just where it feels like life is letting us down, that life is just kind of like not what we thought it was cracked up to be. It just doesn't seem like we're getting the best of anything, you know? And there's just this energy of I think I picked up on this yesterday too, but it's like I just want to crawl in my hole and, you know, not have to face day in, day out this energy of disappointment, of boredom, of discontent, of feeling even like passed over, like, you know, everybody else is having good luck. It's just me. You know what I mean? You know, Pluto moving from Capricorn to Aquarius, and it got pretty heated at the end. I am not gonna lie. As a Libra, I detested it. But you know, I feel like there's just this energy of saying, sort of, I refuse to let life let me down, or I refuse to feel like life has let me down, or like it's set in stone. It's like this energy is all about, like, I'm choosing a different cycle for myself. Like, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. I always channel this song and I have no idea what song it is or who sings it, but there you go. That's coming, that's playing. So there's just this energy of, like, no, I'm not going to exist in a world that I don't like. I'm going to create a better one for myself. I'm going to go get what it is I want. And you know, I think there was a little bit of an energy in the past cycle, this Four of Cups cycle, where you feel like almost rejected. Like, I keep trying to be a good person. I keep trying to put this good and positive energy out there. I keep, you know, giving and giving and giving, but it's like it keeps getting rejected or sent back, or like, you know, like I'm giving it to people who can't appreciate it. And so it's just very draining, and it's very, it may have shaken you to the core inside. It may have even made you question your work or worth, or question the value of what you're offering people, or really question yourself on a deep level here. But Pisces, I think you questioned everything. You pulled up every stone and you liked what you found under everything, and you were kind of like, or you fixed it and you're kind of like, no, man, it isn't me. There's nothing wrong with me. And I'm coming out to let the world know that, like, I am fine, you know? And, like, you know, this world is going to bend to my will. It is going to reflect back to me this beauty and this grace and this everything that I've been giving it, period. I refuse to let anything else. And it's kind of like, okay, now that decision makes that cycle close, and the world bends. That's what it feels like. And a lot of how the world feels to us is our perspective, is the way we're viewing it. And so when you're able to really change that perspective, and, you know, with Hangman energy, which is Pisces energy, you can really, really, really have a different experience of the exact same world. Oh, damn. You have a major soulmate coming in. Yep. You have this is insane. Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Lord, Pisces, what in the world? Okay. So you have this 10 of Cups being clarified by this 2 of Cups, which this is definitely a relationship of significance. Yesterday, you know, I was talking about how when you're loved, right? Thank you, Molly, for that assessment in the comments yesterday. When you're loved right, when you are shown unconditional love, you are free. You are free to fly. You are free to be your unique, authentic spirit, and you are free to express that, and to know that that person you're expressing it to isn't gonna get triggered and run from it, but is instead going to turn around and embrace it. And so you have this energy with these 2 butterflies that I love it. It's like almost like we make each other better, or because we appreciate each other, like it's changed our perspective even. It's like made us see the world in such a way that the exact same world that was there yesterday, today feels different. It feels better. It feels more benevolent. It feels kinder. It feels more loving. It feels like it sees me. It feels like it appreciates me. You have this 9 of Swords clarifying this major cycle that you're closing here. And this can be this feeling of kind of like, you know, feeling pressure about what you're going to do with your future. You know, it can also be kind of this energy of fearing like things will never change, or feeling like I've tried everything, maybe it is me, that fear. The fear of unworthiness, the fear of, you know, abandonment, the fear of like whatever. It's a lot of things going through your head where you're like, you know, possibly it could be this, possibly it could be that, possibly it could be this, and they're all like you looking at you. And it's like, I feel like you turn over every stone and you're like, yeah, this is me. I know every inch of me and I approve. I'm okay. You know, I got some parts that I'm like still working on healing, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, yeah, I feel pretty good about what I'm putting out there. You know what I mean? Because I have searched it, I have looked at it, I have considered it, I have introspected it, you know, and it's okay. Every part of me is good, you know, it's good. And you got the Page of Cups coming in to be like, hey Pisces, I have been checking you out. This is like our secret admirer card. This is like, you know, it's heartfelt, authentic communication. And so it you know, I don't know why I'm having such trouble with this, but it's like, I want to say this could be friendship, or this could be a friend, but then a part of me is like, no, this is not a friend. Or like, maybe it's someone that came across like a friend, but there was like always feelings there, or there was always something growing there. I feel like there's definitely a strong soulmate coming in. They're coming in the form of the Page of Cups. I do feel like they are going to try to be really open and authentic and like honest with their speech, with what they communicate to you. For some of you, this can be an apology from a past person. Okay, you have the King of Wands with the Five of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Cups, and then you have the Five of Pentacles on the deck. So this is someone putting their mind at ease. This is someone that is definitely looking at you, Pisces, and going, okay, yeah, you know, man, I need to see this. Yeah. That's my match. Look, you're the same colors. You're the same vibe. It's so crazy for the King of Wands and the Queen of Cups to be such a vibrational match here. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you guys feel that too, looking at it? And it's so crazy because it's like the Queen of Cups is sort of good, sort of nurturing her own little neck of the woods here. She's just living her life. She's just doing her thing. She's building, she's nesting, she's creating. And this King of Wands like walks by and is like, wait a friggin' minute. That Queen of Cups is speaking my language. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely an interaction here between these two. And it's like, the Queen of Wands is just a very receptive, loving, nurturing energy. And the King of Wands, you can feel it, is passionate, is fiery, is like, oh, I know what I want when I see it, and that is what I want. You know, she is what I want, the Queen of Cups. And this is the object of my desire. And this really falls in line with the Page of Cups. This really falls in line with, you know, and it's funny that it's the Page of Cups even too, because there's almost this vibe of like, I am not naturally a cups kind of person. You know, I'm not naturally in my cups as the King of Wands. But I am trying to impress you. I am trying to get my best, shoot my best shot with you, Queen of Cups. And so I'm kind of studying you. I'm watching you. I'm like prowling back and forth, trying to get your attention a little bit. I'm trying to be impressive. I'm trying to be somebody that you would be interested in. And it's like, how does the King of Wands breach this gap here between them? he shows up as the Page of Cups. And we have this Five of Swords in reverse that came out with this King of Cups. And, you know, this feels like this guy's got to set a lot of things aside. This actually, you know how, God, what I'm getting is like when you have an insecurity or, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm going to go with insecurity. When you have something like that and it's like sometimes, you know, you're trying to cover it up. So you'll like even bring it up in a conversation. It's usually obvious to other people, or it's something where socially you sort of let yourself down, because it's like for example, if you're poor, or like if at some point in your life you felt like you had to protect your resources because you had so few, then if you might feel that someone is looking toward you to help them in that way, or to be somewhat successful in that way, or to have that to offer them or whatever, and you might feel a little bit like maybe you don't have as much as you would like, or you know, maybe you're a student and it's like, well, I have earning potential, but like I'm not there yet, or you know, whatever. It's like these things that we come out with, or like where we're really not very confident, so we come off almost overly confident, or it's like our pride or our ego, where it's like, you know, these are just the stumbling blocks. These Five Swords are just stumbling blocks of like trying to communicate who I am to someone that I really like. I do not know how else to say it. I'm trying to think of examples and stuff, and it's just so weird because it gets in my head and then it changes. I've worked really hard on this particular aspect of myself, and I think it's really hard for me, and also I don't really want to get in touch with it. I don't want to ever touch that again, because that is a huge point of self-sabotage. But anyway, yeah, I feel that, especially with the Five of Pentacles, this talks about our fears, right? This talks, for me, it's kind of the fears that we all have, like the fear of abandonment, the fear of intimacy, the fear that we're not worthy, the fear, you know, all of those fears that we fall somewhere on the spectrum with, right? We may have worked really, really hard and gotten ourselves out of the shadow energy, but like we're still on the spectrum of it, you know? This is something that is common to all humans, you know? So there's just this energy of, you know, that this Five of Swords was coming from this space of the Five of Pentacles. I feel like the Queen of Cups is sort of like over here, very non-judgmental as the snail, who really wants to move very slowly. So the fact that the masculine has to work through all these things is she's just sort of observing it and going, yeah, okay, like not really flustered, not really worked up about it. She's just like, okay, you got to get all that energy out before you can show up in your authenticity. And so this King of Wands is like, man, usually I'm able to impress people by now. You know what I mean? Normally I'm able to sort of like woo people over to my side. But I'm having to kind of get into this energetic match with the Queen of Cups using this energy of the Page of Cups. Like I got to get in touch with my inner heart to really like come at this Queen of Cups. That is the price of doing business with the Queen of Cups. I have to show up in this energy. I have to be able to access my emotions and be honest and raw and vulnerable. I have to have that kind of courage rather than the courage that, you know, the bravado and the courage and the confidence or whatever that most people expect from me. Is what I'm getting. King of Wands, Five of Swords. Okay. Oh, whoa. Whoa. King of Wands. What is your story? Oh, dang. Okay. How interesting. Okay, sorry. You guys. This is out of control. I love these cards. They're very slippery, but these cards are speaking to me. Let me tell you what they are in case you're interested. Tarot of a Moon Garden. I love them. And look at the size of them. Like, if you have small hands, I feel like these would be good for you. Okay. All of that being said, it is clear that this King of Wands is, I don't know if this King of Wands is just sort of a committer. I don't necessarily associate that with the King of Wands energy. Let me just ask, why the Hierophant? Or if they're like, everything I've ever looked for in another person is in this Queen of Cups. I can tell for sure. Like, this is my person. This is, oh shoot, this is causing the King of Wands a spiritual ascension. So the energy that came out when I was trying to clarify the Hierophant is the energy that I would normally, what I was feeling around the Five of Swords in reverse. And how interesting, they're both fives. This is both like change through challenge, basically. You have exhaustion, releasing, and bluff. Hello. It's like this person tried all their best shots, all the things that normally work for a King of Wands, being super charming and super all these things, you know, it kind of can get people to bend to their will and maybe even sacrifice some boundaries, like I'm getting. Okay, I don't want to say like this in a negative way, but you know, when you're super, you know how people can sometimes turn on the charm, and then you're like, you were saying no repeatedly and now all of a sudden you're saying yes. That's the vibe that I'm getting. So it's like, maybe in the past they were able to convince people to like kind of be with them without commitment, or maybe they were, you know, I don't know what the thing is, but it's like, I think they're even realizing they're having some kind of spiritual awakening, where it's like they're realizing that this really is not what they want. They don't want to keep a bluff going. They don't want to spend all of their energy keeping some kind of fake bullshit going. They want to be real. This is like Diodes, you know what I'm saying, muertos. You'd think I could speak better Spanish living in Florida. There's so many people speak such beautiful Spanish here, and I've always wanted to learn, and I've tried so many times, but foreign languages are not my thing. But yes, I am getting this energy of just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to keep up a charade. I don't, you know, and it's like Pisces doesn't accept my charade. Like, they don't, Pisces is totally unimpressed with my mask. And it's causing this person to find a different gear. And, you know, and with that King of Wands, I'm telling you, the way that came out, this person is hot to trot for Pisces. They are really focused on Pisces. And it's kind of like, once they saw that Queen of Cups, no one else was going to do. So there's kind of this energy of like, okay, like, all these games that I played, and you know what I'm getting with the Hierophant is deeper than that. It's almost like this person thought that that was who they authentically were. Their mask was their authentic character. I think this person thought that, because it's like, this is what people wanted from them, or this is what people expected from them, so this is who they showed up as without really questioning it. Like, they were just like, oh, okay, I'm good at this, I'll do this, you know what I mean? And it was like working for them, but then they saw something they wanted that required them to change, honestly. And that's what I see here. Okay. So, and, okay, with the Queen of Cups being clarified as the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups is her own pillar of consciousness, and she is the pillar of consciousness of truth. She is not trying to be anybody else's anything. She is exactly who she is. She's taking care of the things that make her happy and give her joy, and she is not worried about, you know, who's checking her out or why. There's just this sense of, I'm not going to play games. I have complete clarity. I know who I am. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. And yeah, I see you, King of Wands, over there with your issues and your games and whatever. And, you know, I'm paying attention to you. I'm facing you. But, like, also, that isn't going to fly. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. And so he has to continuously reach deeper and deeper. And in doing that, he's, you know, getting in touch with a completely different energy. This Four of Pentacles feels a hell of a lot more like building a foundation. To me, you have this Queen holding on to the Pentacles. Wow, look at that, the Strength card underneath it. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. This is so interesting. As I'm holding the Four of Pentacles right here close to this Five of Pentacles, you know, I am getting that both of these people need to be set free from past beliefs or past even beliefs about themselves. Like, I need to be what other people expect me to be, and that this can be, you know, a scarcity mindset. Like, I am not worthy, or I get passed over by the universe, or for some reason I'm not lovable, for some reason I'm not allowed to experience that type of happiness that other people are experiencing. This is setting them both free. You know, this person is finding the courage to be themselves and to figure it out as an individual by themselves, not in relationship to other people around them. And this person is learning how to let go and really express herself and, you know, allow herself to, it almost feels like a judgment card of like, I'm able to rise above what other people have tried to weigh me down with, you know? It's like I've embraced that and set myself free from it in the process. Woo! Okay. Damn, Pisces. Wow. So you've got the Queen of Pentacles here, which is very interesting, and the Sun and the Ace of Swords again. Pisces, damn. There is just complete clarity here about happiness. I feel like this person, this King of Wands, is really, they're, you know, the Queen of Pentacles is that kind of, it's that, you know, feminine energy that you want to move mountains for, you know, that you want to give everything to, you know, and it really is giving me that vibe. It's like with the Ace of Swords and the Sun, it's like it's like eureka, I have found it. I have finally found what I've been looking for, that happiness, that complete and total clarity of like, yeah, this person is meant for me, or, you know, hitching my life to this person would be the smartest thing that I could possibly do, because not only are they in touch with their own abundance and, you know, but they're also very nurturing. They're also very loving. Like, this is a multi-dimensional, you know, like in acting, they will call it a triple threat when someone can really sing incredibly well, dance incredibly well, and act incredibly well. I think those are the three. And triple threats are pretty rare, and they get a lot of work. So everybody kind of wants to be a triple threat. But the Queen of Pentacles here is giving me that vibe of like kind of being the triple threat. And it can be whatever it is that you are, you know, but it's like you are just so that this person really sees that. And they really, it's like the Queen of Pentacles, they say, is like the last queen. You go through all four queens to get to the Empress energy, and the Queen of Pentacles is the last of the queens that you go through to get to the Empress. It's kind of like where it all comes together and materializes, and that's what it feels like. It feels like, I mean, this person really sees everything in you, and that's why we have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. It's like, I'm taking a leap of faith. I'm going all in. I'm not leaving anything on the field. Or I'm leaving it all on the field, however that goes. Here we go. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Swords. Sun. Yeah. Wow. this person, there is an energy here of someone who, it's like they've always been kind of their own balancing act. Like, this is just the energy that I'm getting. It's kind of like, you know, it's someone who has always, I don't know, they've been sort of balancing possibly their own interests with other people's interests, or, you know, wanting to be well liked, but without like sacrificing their soul to do it. And this is also about that. It also feels like this person has never been sure about anything in their life, never been as sure or so sure about anything in their life. This is like the overwhelming, overarching thing. But I think that the clarity comes from the fact that they don't feel imbalanced. They don't feel like that they have to be putting on a show, or that they have to be, you know, saying, okay, well, what's in the benefit of the commitment or the relationship or whatever? What's in the benefit of me? What's in the benefit of Pisces? You know, they're just like, they are all the same thing. It's crazy how it's coming through to me, but it's just this thing of like, no, I'm 100% sure. Like, I've never been so sure of anything in my life. And so with the Three of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles here, this is an energy of someone who's planning their future around it. This is the energy of somebody who's like, all paths in my life have led to this, you know, this relationship, this connection, this meeting, this happening, this Queen of Pentacles. With the Four of Cups here, you know, I feel like Pisces, there is something in this energy where it's like, maybe you don't at first see it yourself. I felt this with the Queen of Cups, and I'm feeling this with the Four of Cups. It's kind of like, but it's almost like in a good way. Like you are the water in this thing. Like something that is fire burns very fast, and it isn't really sustainable. And so it's like your watery energy, your like slower to simmer is what I'm getting energy. It is kind of exactly what this fire sign needs. Like it feels a bit like the pacing, you're setting the pace, you're setting the tone, you're setting the speed. It's like either you want to make sure you're good and ready, or you want to make sure that they are actually good and ready. Like it's maybe you've even had a fire sign come towards you in the past, and it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It can be somebody that's just kind of in that energy, and it may just have like never really fully materialized because of this fiery energy, and you letting them set the pace and the tone and drive the car of the relationship, right? And so now it's kind of like, you know, you drove us in a ditch, or that's my experience. So I think I'm gonna do a horse and carriage, and I'm gonna go like 5 miles an hour, and it's all gonna be fine. Like, you know, I'm not saying that it has to be like that from one extreme to the other, right? But it's like you're looking at alternative ways, and this may even be subconscious. It may not even be conscious in your own head. But it may be something that, like, when you hear this, you might think about it and be like, oh, whoa, that is true. Because it just feels like you've been disappointed so many times with this Four of Cups card, and you want to believe what this is, but it's like you're going to let them prove it to you, and that's just going to take as long as it takes. And this can be even a vibe that you're putting out, that this person is picking up on, where it's like, yeah, I'm not really impressed with your talk about money. I'm not really impressed with your talk about your earnings potential. I'm not really impressed with like whatever. It's been a long time since I've dated. I'm struggling to come up with a thing. But in that way, it's like you have to come with the right key to the door, especially with the Hierophant. And that is what is making this person have some kind of spiritual awakening where they're understanding something on a deeper level, and it's really making them bond to you. That is what I feel. It's like it's making them appreciate you and come to your pace, the pace that you're setting, or whatever it is. It may not be pace. It may be something else in your case, but I say that and then the Knight of Swords shows up. Oh, wow. Okay. You're both working on yourselves. You're both mastering yourselves. You have the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You're both getting a deeper understanding of your needs, your wants, your desires, your tendencies, your character, your just everything. Through this relationship already, it just feels like it's in sort of a beginning stage to me. But you got the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. This is learning how to work together. And it's funny because you know that saying, you give them an inch and they want a mile? That feels this way. So it feels like, you know, the Queen of Cups, who's sort of very kind of moving sort of slowly because she doesn't want to get disappointed again. She's been disappointed in the past, so she wants to make sure this is real before she accepts it. But the Queen of Wands, okay. I feel that both people are trying to move toward a more moderate place. Like they may have been on opposite ends at one point or something like that. They may have been a little bit opposite. And they're trying to find common ground. And so he is becoming the Page of Cups to approach her. And she is becoming the Queen of Wands to his King of Wands. You see what I'm saying? It's like they're both sort of stretching themselves or expanding themselves or growing themselves or you know, this feels like evolution or evolving, like it feels like growth, but like in kind of a more profound sense, if that makes sense. Anyway, but this is because they want so badly to work together. I think the Queen of Cups is really smitten with the fact that this King of Wands is so into her, you know, or is like feeling this way. But she wants to make sure it's not just like attention or a crush or, yeah, this is what you want right now and then tomorrow it's going to change, which with the King of Wands, that's just not the case. But with the Knight of Swords, it's like the King of Wands is sensing this change, this shift in the Queen of Cups to seeing that she is also like coming around to his side or to his way. And he's like, boom, I got to rush on this. I got to like run in there and I got to tell the truth that like, dang, I really want this with you. Or like, I'm really seeing this, or like, you know, I want this, like, let's work together. Let's build something together. Like this, the Three of Pentacles, you know, in tarot, they say, okay, this can be an offer of friendship. But for me, the Three of Pentacles is the foundation of all good relationships, like any kind of relationship, but particularly an intimate relationship. Because the Three of Pentacles, I say this all the time, but I think it's because it just like, is so key. We share a vision, we share a plan, and we equally collaborate to bring it into being. So it's kind of like, it can be with the Knight of Swords, a conversation about what is our vision, what is our plan, and are we going to make a commitment or an agreement together to do this, to make this happen. And then you see the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is, I feel like, what's possible here. This is like a long time commitment, day after day, you know, goodness, you know, it's the little things, it's the big things, it's, you know, leaving a legacy, it's, you know, those moments that take your breath away, that are just so basic and that are just so fulfilling, of just like, oh wow, I dreamt of this moment so many times in my life and here I am living it with you. That's the Ten of Pentacles. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this growth, this opportunity, this chance, this coming together, it does require us to work on ourselves. It does require us to examine, you know, like what part we're playing in this. And to kind of worry only about the part we're playing, not about the part the other person is playing. And when I say that, I don't mean like, oh, let someone cheat on you and treat you like crap. No. What I'm saying, because somebody that's working on themselves is not going to let somebody do that to them. But instead of kind of looking at the other person and be like, oh, they need to fix this, they need to fix that, to be always looking at yourself. How can I be a better partner? How can I show up to this as a more sort of fulfilled individual, right? It's a give and take. Damn, Pisces. All right, let me get you guys some message cards. Especially now that I see I'm getting a low battery message. I just saw that. All right, here we go. For Pisces. I don't want any more technical difficulties. You can tell Mercury retrograde is getting close. It's getting here. And you know what? I may just go ahead and dive in with a Mercury retrograde reading tomorrow, because I am extremely interested to see how that's going to be affecting the energy. You guys, if you're dealing with a water sign, you're getting, I understand you perfectly. Let's not fight anymore. Can we call a truce? I'm sorry for all the things I've said and done that caused you hurt and pain. If you are dealing with a fire sign, I pushed you away because I felt smothered and unworthy of your love, kindness, and affection. And everything will be all right. You'll see. We just need time and space apart to focus on our goals and dreams. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you're getting, I fantasize about kissing you. You are my happy thought. This time apart has given me an opportunity to pause and reflect on the mistakes I've made. And I haven't been completely honest with you. If you are dealing with an air sign, you are getting, an air sign. You are a heaven-sent angel who inspires me to be my best self. Yes, I feel that. I miss you so much. My heart and soul are longing to be with you. Pisces, this is what I have for you today. I really hope this helps. I hope this brought you some peace and clarity. If it did, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I truly appreciate and value all of your comments all of the time. I do not always have a chance to respond to them, but I do read them all, and I do deeply appreciate your support and participation. It really makes a big difference with the algorithm, and so I really thank you so much for those ways in which you support my channel and me. And until next time, Pisces, I am sending you back a whole bunch of love and support. I hope you get your dreams. Until next time, guys, all my best. Always, always. Bye-bye.